How's it going, guys? It is Zack and Charles, and we are here on top of Schiehallion in today's video. So today's video we're going to be hiking up Schiehallion through clouds, through gates, through boulder fields, and climbing the great wall of debris. Exactly, on today's video. So hope you guys enjoy it. Stay tuned. I missed it. The clouds coming in, boys. The clouds coming in, boys. Morning, guys, and welcome to, get over here, the fairy hill of the Caledonians. And in layman's terms, that means Schiehallion. I'm joined, as always, by Charles, and the time is just after 8 AM in the morning, and it's taking us 2 hours to get here. And it's going to be another wet and windy one, I think. So,
what do you say?
I know, you can't see it, it's up in the clouds. But as always, kitted out, waterproof's on. Another day, another rain cloud. But we're going to head up the fairy hill of the Caledonians, and I will tell you guys a bit more about the mountain, Schiehallion, as we head up. So, onwards. See you in a bit. Charles is sorting out his mohawk toes. Well, he does that though. I mean, look at the scenery right now. We're walking through this glen up to the mountain, and all the pink and purple fern as far as the eye can see. Pretty pleasant right now. Rain's not on. We're about to hit the cloud, but other than that, it's not as windy as was forecast. Maybe we'll get some stronger gusts once we get up to the summit, but that's for now. All going good. No. Heat yourself up after a long day in the hill, that's like it is. But that is us, past the gate, which signifies the start of the ascent, which has already been made by the Green Brigade. This is just delayered a bit, and I apologise in advance for, you know, you might be blinded by my bright t-shirt. I do apologise. I'm not doing a running race or anything. I'm climbing a mountain, I do know that. But only t-shirt that was about. At least I'll be seen if the grey man comes to find me. But we've got such big packs on, at least I do. I've got a lot of layers because we were meant to be climbing in Creech today, which is part of the Black Mount Munros. And for those that know, and for those that don't know, that is just south of Glencoe. And the winds there and the weather there today was forecast to be about 50-mile-an-hour winds and feels like -6. And for those that don't know, it is the 3rd of August, which is summer here in Scotland. and it's going to be -6. So I've got a lot of warm clothes, hats and gloves in the bag, but hopefully here in the east it won't be as cold. I mean, it's certainly going to be wet, as you can see by the rain cloud which we're about to enter, but hopefully not as windy or as cold. But I've got the gear, so I've got no fear. Blue sky. Nice way natural seat here, even though it is 100 metres up. Good views though. I'm not sure what that loch is over there, but I know that is facing about northeast, so I'll put it on screen right now what loch that is. But there's good views from this. We're heading into the storm now. That's the wind's picking up. We head up these stairs. It's like Minas Morgul, the Lord of the Rings. This has just stopped in a wee ducat here. Some natural shelter from the wind. We're just gonna get a snack, get a munch. We've been ascending 400 metres. So not much, but it's really windy once I go around this corner. It's windy as anything, but boiling it is. But we're gonna sit here, get a munch, and enjoy this view for a bit while it's still clear and dry. And just noticed the next to, next to where we're sitting, some wild blueberries. A bit sour.
I know, right? Tiny.
Yeah, I think I'll pass on them at the minute. They're a wee bit sour, but they'd be good in a
month or two.
A couple of weeks probably. A couple of weeks, but don't really fancy a sore stomach on unripened blueberries at the minute. Right, snack choice of the day. I've gone for some leftover standard snakes. These are leftover for and Castile, I think. Oh, he's beat me on the healthy option.
Well, I'm on.
Oh, never mind. He's in for the non-fizzy versions, but snacking a view. Well, while we're in this shelter spot and the sun is coming out, I'll tell you a bit more about the mountain. So, Schiehallion, which is also the fairy hill of the Caledonians, was used in an 18th century experiment. And for those that know, the experiment was to weigh the mass of the earth. So, in the 18th century, I put up on screen the name of the scientist because I can't remember it all. Came up here and managed to weigh the mass of the earth by using Schiehalion's mass, which calculated by inventing another thing, contour lines, which is now used in every map that we use today. And he managed to use that to...
Trigonal.
Yep.
Because it's a triangle, isn't it?
There you go. He used trig, he used some maths, so stay in school. Do your trig, do your sums. You can weigh mountains and calculate the mass of worlds, can't you? But that's a bit of history, so we're climbing a very famous mountain and the weather is staying quite pleasant at the minute. But we're going to head on up. We're about 700 metres out of 1,000 and we've barely been walking. This has been a breeze in comparison to what we prepared for. I mean, as I said, look how thick my pack is. I've got enough stuff for a full winter day. Hello Cloud, my old friend. Goodbye views. I know, it's gorgeous. Anyway, into the void. That's us now in the cloud, lost visibility. My knee on top, which I was slagging earlier. Now, serve as a beacon for other lost hikers. Well, to be able to see the path, they will follow us up, because we are the first people heading up here this morning. It was only 8 AM, so I was pretty surprised. I thought there'd be people up before us, but judging at how quickly we have ascended, I'm kind of understanding why. But as a wise man once says, there is a deteriorating forecast on the horizon, so it's wise of us to get out and make the most of it, then get back down and chill. Proper whiteout territory now. You can only see about 10 metres in front of us. Oh. It's a proper stick together on the path. One of the cairns to keep you on track, and the Forestry Council, the Mountaineering Council, has carved a path through the stones to stop erosion from the surrounding area. They're always trying to preserve the area, especially on very busy hills such as Schiehallion, Ben Lomond, all of the ones round about the Arrochar Alps. They get eroded quite quickly because people are taking different trails off, and they just kind of want to keep one path. So this one's a boulder field. Now we're going to navigate our way through this boulder field. It's pretty slick rock, it's granite. Clouds lifted a wee bit. It's moving really fast because the wind speeds are so high. So I'm going to put the camera away and scramble myself up here because I don't want to smash the camera on a rock. Back in the GoPro trips, and we've made out the boulder field and made it to the Great Wall of Rubble. This is very famous actually. It's a wall of rubble on Schiehallion, and the peak is above the Great Wall of Rubble, so we're going to have to scale it. So get your scrambling shoes on, Charles. Look at this. It's like a JCB's just came up here and offloaded a high tower block.
Steam up here or something.
Exactly, the high tower blocks have been blown up. They're building new council houses. So we're going to climb the rubble. Again, you've got to watch on mountains like these ones. When the cloud comes down, it's very disorientating. There's a big ledge to my left hand side, and there's no path, so you have to just keep your wits about you and hopefully know the trail, have a map with you, have something downloaded on your watch, because it's very disorientating when the cloud comes down. These wee cairns, however, have been a nice wee addition, help you stay on path. Some big boulder scrambles along to the summit of Schiehallion, and fairies of Caledonia. Now, those that don't know, Caledonians were a group of Scots which, when the Romans came to Britain, stood up against them. And the Romans had to build a wall, and the wall was called Hadrian's Wall. And Hadrian's Wall was built to keep the Scots out of the Roman Empire, which stretched right up to the Hadrian's Wall. So they conquered all of England, and they conquered a wee bit of Scotland, but they couldn't control the Scottish clans. Caledonians was the Roman word for the Scots. There's a wee bit of Scottish history for you. Well, Charles, welcome to the summit of Schiehallion. We have made it.
No, you're on the summit, didn't you?
On, you know, a quite matter of fact, quite pleasant day, because I'll put a photo of the forecast from this morning up, and it'll show 95% chance of rain from about 4 AM all the way through. But we are here. It's dry, we're in a cloud as per, that's standard procedure, but it was a good good time up. We've made it up in just under 2 hours, and there's a strange carving on the top of the summit. It looks like a Celtic carving of some sort. I'll put it up on screen right now. I'll do a bit of research and figure out if there's any information on this, but this is pretty cool. But no trig point, no cairn, it's just a big boulder field. But this mountain was used to weigh the mass of the earth, so pretty famous. Pretty cool to see you've been on it.
Never that guy was down there.
Exactly. But now, as procedure has it, scran. Came down here to get a scran. What's on the menu today? Who'll guess? Who'll guess?
Oh, that ham rolls.
Oh, standard procedure in the lunchbox. We've got sardine and some very squashed ham and cheese sandwiches. At least we're not sitting with our hoods up. Absolutely dripping this week. Just a smart, just to cool us down, because if it wasn't there, it'd be summer, wouldn't it? Who'd have thought? Right, that's us scranned. Got extra layers on because it is chilly. It feels like 2 degrees. You know, it is chilly cold. He's got those gloves on. I've got my atom on under here, and the rain's smurring. It's that rain that will get you really wet. So we're gonna head on back down the mountain and see what we can see on the way down. That's us leaving the summit at 11 AM on a lovely, warm, glove-wearing Scottish summer day. Only in Scotland. It is freezing. Absolutely freezing. I didn't look at the feels like temperature for this mountain as we were meant to be climbing, and Cressy as I mentioned, but for over there it was -6. I think I mentioned that already, but it definitely feels chilly cold, about 0 if not -. I'm going to nickname this descent as the ankle breaker. Boulder field all the way down. It's bad enough on the way up, but on the way down, on slippy rock, you could slip, go through a hole, anything. Oh, chin up in it. So as we've made it back, the wall of debris, which I didn't show you this beforehand, but there is a path. So we'll make our way down it. We didn't actually have to scale up it. Even though it felt like it when you're further up. Even though it felt like it on our knees coming back down this boulder field. We've passed at least 4 parties. I mean, we're all here kitted out, Gore-Tex's, hats, gloves, whatnot, because it is freezing. People up there in what, leggings, belly tops, a jumper, a hoodie. You're gonna freeze. I mean, you don't feel it now when you're here, but see when you're up there and that wind hits you, you can't get it out of you. Especially coming back down because you're not generating anywhere near as much heat. So, stay safe. That's us now left the boulder field. And we're timing this perfectly, aren't we? The wind's now is just starting to pick up, and that's us off the main portion of the summit, and we're just on the path all the way back down to the car park. So it's smooth sailing from here, and the rain's still not came too much. We've been getting the flutters from the cloud, but it's just in the wind. It's not bad at all. Anyway, back out the cloud again, so we're getting some views. The wind's definitely picking up now. The time's now 10 to 12, so yeah, that's about right. As the afternoon was going on, we were meant to get into about 40, 50, even 60 mile an hour winds, but I'd say that's right about 40 at the minute. But in the morning it was meant to be like that as well, but we luckily avoided it. That's us just back down to the main bit of the trail, so easy going from here on out. Well, the rain's officially here, along with some more wind. I hope you can hear this. Right guys, we're going to put a little joke here. I've put the ski goggles on, we're heading down. This is always funny, I play. So when you put the ski goggles on and wrap yourself up, it makes it look a lot more extreme sometimes than it actually is. So right now, you don't need these at all. I mean, it is windy and it is wet. But people coming up might see this and be like, oh, it's bad. And then it might make them think a bit. But you always get the funniest looks. We done it with Charles on the cobbler back in April, and it was the funniest thing ever. Everyone took a double take. To be fair, see at the summit that day, we had to crawl because the wind was insane. But everyone else was just coming up in, you know, trousers and a fleece. And then so he was like, nah, I'm gonna walk down with my goggles on, and everyone took a double take. So we'll see if we can't get anyone to do a double take. Right guys, so we got a few people in some conversation about whether they should continue on up the hill. The ski goggles have done a trick, a belter here, but we're back at the round table with the views. It's clagged in a bit more, but we're back here, and I think this is a perfect place to end the video. We're looking at a shorter one today guys since the last walk. You know, that's the shorter than average. Average is about 7-8 hours hikes, but this one 4 hours. So it's been a nice short one, but we hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you made it this far, thanks very much. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll see you. I wonder where we'll see them.
I know where.
Up Stobinian. See you later.